Everyone has been wondering, why did I resign from my last job? And honestly, it's a fair question to ask me. Today, I will give you the answer that you want. Please note, this is not a bashing post, therefore, don't expect me to be rude or disrespectful. Things do and can come back to haunt you. Welcome to Azalea's journal entry number 2, raw and uncut. I loved my job and most of the people even more, especially those I worked closest with. The jokes we used to crack, how some of us genuinely cared for one another, the wisdom and advice some shared amongst ourselves, and much more. However, that wasn't enough for me. My nickname there was Wednesday because I love black and I always wore black and white to the office. And if I wasn't just wearing black and white to the office, I was wearing a black dress with a white collar. On the other hand, to some, I was sunshine because I always had a smile and I was the first bright and energetic person you would encounter coming into the building, especially in the mornings when nobody cared about coming into the office. Unfortunately, they didn't know that I betted on myself and God that I would give the company 5 years of my time, but on one condition. If I could get a promotion or transfer into another department where I could make a little more salary, I would stay. Don't judge me because I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that way. As you can see, I left and that didn't happen. I was also tired of being in that fishbowl, dealing with the men's weird and inappropriate comments. It was annoying as hell and it drained me. I could do my job with my eyes closed. It was so effortless. But being in that environment was taking a toll on me mentally and emotionally. Most people assumed that I chose to stay in the position I was in, but that was not the case. I applied for many other positions within the company, but I felt like I was being blocked or undervalued. Even the department I worked closely with gave me a negative response when I applied there. I know that many of you can relate to my experience. It's frustrating and unfair, but it's important to remember that we are not alone. We deserve to work in environments where we are valued and respected. As the years passed, I kept questioning my decision to stay at the company. I wondered why I was still there. But I also knew that there was a reason for me to be there. However, I started to lose sight of the bet I had made with God. I started applying for jobs outside of the company, but either I didn't get a response or my spirit didn't feel right about the environment. I refused to be overworked and underpaid and couldn't settle for anything. At the end of 2022, a job position came up that I thought was perfect for me. I was assured I would get the position, but the director in charge decided to give it to someone else. To make matters worse, some unfortunate events took place at the beginning of this year. People were upset because they couldn't figure me out, and I kept them from my personal affairs. I have no business apparently, but God bless their hearts. I lost hope after a while, and poop, was getting real. Poop isn't a word I want to use, but it was getting real. To cope with my job, I did a little spiritual cleansing in my office. I got it painted 2 shades of blue, hung up a painting, and started lighting candles. And I love candles. I am obsessed. Fast forwarding, I got a new job. And the joke is I accepted the job sometime in July, but I started in September. So both God and I kept our ends of the bargain. I made it to 5 years at the company and left several days after. Side note, I was emotional. I was so emotional during my exit interview. I had tears in my eyes, but I didn't let them fall. I think I was so overwhelmed that I was finally leaving the company. Leaving my old job was a risk, especially since I was giving up some simple but essential benefits. But my peace of mind was more important. I questioned my decisions briefly, but I quickly shut down any doubts. I was also sad to leave behind my coworkers, whom I love dearly. I know that I won't be able to see them daily or lighten up their day, but I am grateful for our time together. They were my light when I couldn't be theirs. So the burning question, do I regret leaving the company? The answer is no. I fulfilled my purpose there. I made an impact, even if I didn't want to believe it. But I can't settle anymore. The Lord knows I can't stay somewhere I'm undervalued, disrespected, spoken to like a child, and constantly fighting with people who claim they don't care about my life but try to get into my business or my personal affairs. This doesn't just apply to employment, bloomers. It applies to everything in life. I'm thankful to Yahweh for everything He has done. The question is, are you ready to take a risk? You are worth taking a chance on yourself. Failure is a precursor to success. I hope I pronounced that right. If you fail, it's only a necessary stepping stone for growth. And remember, Yahweh is with you. Are you ready to take the first step to success? Do you trust Him to ordain your actions along the way, even if it means hiding in the secret place of Psalms 91? Guys, now that you've heard my journal entry, so I left my job, and I hope that answers, everyone's question. And I don't want to make this long because I think I've said everything I needed to say. Again, do I regret leaving? No. Do I feel like I probably could have waited maybe a little bit more, like give them maybe until the end of the year? Probably. But when the opportunity presented itself, I took it. And it presented itself twice to me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it. The first time it didn't work out. The second time it really, really presented itself to me. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take it. But in all honesty, in this day and time, all you want is peace and tranquility. And for me, I needed growth. And I don't feel like I was receiving the growth that I needed and that I wanted. And it's not like I didn't ask. I was asking. But I hold no grudge. I hold no hate. I hold nothing. So to anyone who feels like you're being held back, and that's in anything in life, if you feel like you're being held back, maybe it's time you have to make that decision. Maybe it's time that you have to make that leap of faith or launch into the deep. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You can't please other people. You have to live for you and do what makes you happy. And I know it all sounds cliche, but it's the truth. And I did something that made me happy. You know what I mean? And when I think back at certain situations, it's unfortunate that they happen, but they happen for a reason, and they taught me valuable lessons. So, yeah. So to any young person, any older person, anyone who feels like they kind of ready to make that move and the opportunity does indeed present itself, take the opportunity, because there's more to life than just, and if you're a person who loves to grow and loves to elevate, I do want to encourage you all to do what it is that you need to do. And if you feel like your season, and your time is up somewhere, do the necessary, what's the word I'm looking for? Do the necessary things. The word's not coming to me. But do the necessary things that you need to do in order to get things done. And don't forget to pray about it, fast about it, seek God and ask Him, hey, it ain't working out for me. Do you want me to stay a little bit longer? Or can I move? Do you give me permission to release? And go from there. So thank you all for watching my video. I love you all so much. Thank you for always supporting me. And I will see you all next time. Keep blooming. Have a great day. Have an amazing day. And don't choose violence. Bye. Love you.